it is a distinct privilege, honor, and joy to speak at New Attitude, because I hope to, in some small way, transfer the gospel to the next generation.
If you ask me why I speak at New Attitude and why I'm thrilled to be here, it's because, to be honest, I get a lot more out of it than I give.
The joy that I derive from this conference as I observe the next generation and their passion for the gospel, their love for the local church, their love for their pastor, their desire to reach the lost.
I love the spirit and ethos of this program, this passion. I think it's demonstrated in the young people who are drawn to this and by the godly attitudes I see demonstrated here.
New Attitude represents this concentrated form of grace, this overwhelming experience of observing so many evidences of God's grace.
I can think of no happier combination of two words than humble orthodoxy. And it's because orthodoxy is non-negotiable. It means right worship, literally right teaching, right truth. And it means that we are really concerned with being orthodox. We don't want to be making this up as we go along.
Sometimes when we get really concerned with what's right and wrong, we lose our humility. We think that we see what's right, and therefore we become self-righteous, thinking, oh, I am clever enough to know this. I am clever enough to figure this out.
It needs to be humble. We need to say, we are sinners saved by grace, who know the truth, not because we're so smart, but because God has spoken to us.
Sometimes people want to just be humble, and they think that that means never taking a stand and saying, no, there is truth.
God's been really clear in the Bible. God has been really clear about the gospel. So for us to be vague on something God has been clear about, that's not humble, that's arrogant. It is arrogant of us to put our own ideas as if they're better than God's. So really believing the truth that God has revealed is humble of us. It's surrendering ourselves to Him and then holding it in a way that is humble.
And that's why we need not just orthodoxy, but humble orthodoxy. A commitment to believe and live the truth with humility. And that's what we hope New Attitude will spread.
I think if you passionately love the bride of Christ and you're passionately in love with the church and people in the church, there should be a responsibility and a stewardship that you feel, and also a sense of desperation of, I don't want to blow this. And at times our generation, we love innovation, we love creativity, we love to do things in a new way, in a novel way, but there's certain things that shouldn't be done in a novel way, and especially building church.
He didn't say, I will build my conference and the gates of hell shall not prevail. Conferences come and go, and they can be wonderful, but ultimately it's the church. It's communities of believers gathered together, rightly teaching God's Word, practicing the ordinances, and living out the gospel together that God has chosen to spread the gospel. We want this conference to be a service to local churches and to pastors. We want pastors to be able to send their students, their singles, their young adults, and know that they're going to be equipped with truth and then pointed to go back to their local church to be able to live it out.